Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be filming part 2 of the Q&A that I filmed a couple weeks ago, I think. If you guys missed part 1, I'll leave a link to it right here so you guys can watch that. But I figured I would film part 2 because I know you guys have a lot of questions that you really want answered, and I barely made a dent in all of the questions that you guys left over on my Instagram the other day. So I'm just going to pull up that post right now and start answering your guys' questions. Someone asked what my posting schedule is, and for the last, I don't know how long it's been, honestly, but a while now I've been posting every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. The next person asked, in a previous Q&A, you said that you and Adam would go on at least one date a month, but you haven't yet. Why not? You guys, it's just because we don't make it a priority. I wish we did, but at the end of the night, we're just so tired, and honestly, I know that's such a bad excuse, but we would rather honestly stay home. We're both such homebodies and we really enjoy being at home rather than going out. A lot of the times we'll get takeout and eat it at home as like a little date night at home, but we rarely ever get out of the house, just us two. But we really need to make it a priority. I know that was one of my New Year's resolutions and I have not stuck to it. Someone asked, we have similar ages in our youngest. My son wakes up so much and I'm so tired every day. You also say you're tired, but you always look amazing. Please give me your motivational get ready secrets because Lord knows I'm looking a mess. Okay, you guys, honestly, I only get ready like 3 or 4 times a week, and that may seem like a lot, but I normally only get ready when I'm vlogging or filming that day. The other times when I'm not filming, like my posting days, when I'm not in front of the camera, I don't get ready and I stay in my pajamas all day long if we're not leaving the house. It takes a lot of effort to get ready, but honestly, the days where I do get ready and put on a cute outfit, I feel so much better and I get so much more done throughout the day, and I'm just so much more motivated to accomplish things on my to-do list. So I try and get ready every day somewhat, but it doesn't happen, honestly, and I only really do get ready like 3 times a week when I'm filming. And you guys motivate me, honestly. Like, if I'm filming, I don't want to look haggard in my videos. I don't think you guys want to watch me looking my roughest. So I try and pull myself together because I know it motivates you guys, and vice versa. You guys honestly are my biggest motivation to get myself together and inspire you guys. So I would say you guys are my biggest motivation. I know a lot of you guys don't have YouTube channels, but honestly, just try it. And give yourself like 10 minutes before the kids wake up. Set your alarm for like 10 minutes before they wake up. Put a little mascara and some concealer on. And honestly, curling my hair the night before I have something to do the next day saves a ton of time. So I will curl my hair the night before, sleep on it, and then I wake up and I don't have to do my hair. I just clip in one weft of extensions, and some days lately I haven't even been wearing them because my hair is the exact same length. I just use it for fullness, but some days I don't even put them in, and I just put a little bit of dry shampoo and texturizing spray, and I'll like fix maybe like the front 2 curls right here, and I'm good to go. And my makeup routine doesn't really take me very long because I have lash extensions. So if you've been wanting to try those and are hesitant to try them because they are a game changer when it comes to my makeup routine, and I can get ready in the morning in like 10-15 minutes. I get this question all the time, and a lot of people want to know what time the girls go to bed at night. So it depends, because sometimes Bailey will go to the gym with Adam and they don't get home until like 8:30 sometimes. And then she's like hungry at that point again and wants another snack or meal even. So sometimes she doesn't go to bed until like 9:30 on days where she goes to the gym with him and goes to the daycare. But days where she stays home, the girls typically are in the bath by 7 and in bed no later than 7:30, and that seems to work for them. Okay, the next question is, if YouTube didn't exist, what would your dream job be? I think I answered this in the last one, but I would love to be a labor and delivery nurse. Okay, the next question is, after having 2 babies, how do you find time to prioritize alone time, intimacy, dates, etc. with Adam? How has having kids affected your marriage in both good and not so good ways? Okay, so to answer the first question, how do we find time to prioritize alone time? Honestly, after the kids go to bed is when we have like all of our like deep talks and stuff. Like before we go to bed is when we communicate the most. And honestly, YouTube has brought us really close, because in the beginning he was kind of skeptical. I shouldn't say skeptical. He's always been really supportive of me and my channel, but he never really understood it, I guess, until he saw how passionate I was with my channel. And ever since he started helping me on my channel and just became a huge part in it, he has really grown to have a passion for YouTube as well. He does a lot of the behind the scenes stuff, like you guys know, and helps me with editing and my emails and all of like my setup stuff. Like, he researches like the best lighting and microphones and cameras and all that kind of stuff. He's really into that kind of stuff, and he never was before I started YouTube. So I think he found a passion for something that can really benefit me, which is amazing, because we've kind of like bonded from my channel in a way. So that's been a huge blessing for us. The next question, hi from Arizona. What tanning products do you use? Love your style and cute family. Thank you. I have been using Loving Tan for I think like 4 or 5 years now. It's the only tanning stuff I use, and it comes with a mitt when you order it, I think. I'm not positive on that, actually. I think you have to use a coupon code and then you get a free mitt with your order, but the mitt is a game changer. Like, you have to use the tanning mousse with the mitt, but Loving Tan is what I always use and I love it. Okay, the next question, your hair looks amazing all the time. Could you please tell me more about your hair routine? How often do you wash it, and your favorite products? Okay, so I wash it like 2 to 3 times a week. And the products that I use in the shower are by the line Suds, S-U-D-Z-Z, and I get it from my mom's salon. So my mom's a hairstylist, for those of you that don't know. She does my hair, and I get all of my products through her. I really also love the Way line, and there's another one too. The Moroccan line is really good. I use their texturizing spray, and I mentioned this previously, but I do my hair at night. So I will rough dry it with a blow dryer. Sometimes I let it air dry, but I find that my hair looks a lot better when I blow dry it. So most of the time I'll blow dry my hair, and then I will curl it. I'll link down below my curling wand that I use. It's a curling iron, not a wand, and I got it from Target, I think, and it's like $30 or something. It's super cheap. I've tried so many curling irons in the past, like super high-end ones, and I always go back to the same curling iron because I feel like it just gives me the best curl and it lasts a really long time. And then other than the Moroccan texturizing spray, sometimes I'll use a hair oil by Way, and I also use Batiste dry shampoo. I love it. I swear by it. You can get it at any drugstore. It's super affordable. It has a bunch of different scents you can choose from too, and I use that for a little bit of volume, and it also holds me over, obviously, until my next hair wash. Someone asked about my age, weight, and past life. Okay, well, that's pretty vague. I am 26. I'll be 27 in August of this year. I am 130 pounds, 5'8", and my past life, I don't know. I feel like I should save that for another video. Maybe I'll do like a draw my life or something so you guys can like really get to know me. Okay, but let me move on to the next question. What oil diffuser are you using? I get this question all the time, and Hillary, my best friend, actually gave it to me on my birthday last year, and she said she got it from Home Goods, and I know Home Goods, you like can't really ever find the same thing twice there, so I'm really sorry about that. Does Shea sleep without a pacifier clip at night? No, she has a pacifier clip at night. And then the last question is, could you do what's in my bathroom or what's in my kitchen? I've never heard of a video like that. But that might be interesting. I'm super nosy too, so maybe I'll film one of those videos soon. Someone asked, how did you and Adam meet? I think I answered this in a previous Q&A, but if I didn't, I'll just explain it again. It's not that long of a story. But I was staying with my best friend Hillary at the time. Her husband was deployed to Afghanistan at the time, and so she was living in 29 Palms where they were stationed by herself with a dog and a cat, and she was working full-time, and she didn't know anyone out there. She didn't have obviously any family out there or anything, so I decided to go stay with her and keep her company until he got back from his deployment and just help her around the house and stuff with her pets and stuff while she was at work. And we went out one night to a bar, and that's where I met Adam, and she totally called it. She said, you're gonna marry this guy and you're gonna have kids with him. I know it. And she was totally right. Someone wants to know what Adam's job is and how did you adapt from having one kid to having two little ones? So Adam's in the Marine Corps, and going from 1 to 2 kids is pretty challenging at first. The first 2 weeks was the hardest because everyone's adjusting, especially Bailey. And I think obviously it hits her the hardest, and it was just really hard trying to balance everything and trying to figure out how to divide my attention between both of them equally. That was probably the most challenging part for me, because obviously Shea required a lot of attention at first, and so Adam would have to take over a lot with the things that I typically would do for her on a day-to-day basis. But I feel like it grew their bond a lot stronger because she was, and still is, a total 100% mama's girl. And I feel like now she's not a daddy's girl, I wouldn't say, but it definitely helped their bond, and they're a lot closer now. And she's not as needy towards me. So I feel like it benefited all of us, honestly. But yeah, the first 2 weeks is really hard, but it's manageable, and just finding a balance between how to divide your attention is the most challenging part, but you will get there. Someone asked, how do you keep your cool with the girls? You're such a great mom. Thank you. You guys, I don't know how I have so much patience with them, because everything else in my life I have zero patience for, and I want things done right away, and I want like instant gratification with everything. But I think it started back when Bailey was starting to transition into toddlerhood. Right around 18 months is when she started getting a little bit more whiny, and she would start to have like tantrums and stuff because she couldn't vocalize what she wants, obviously, and they're toddlers. They have tantrums and whine all the time. But I think I told myself like I was just going to try and work on my patience with her. And once I just kind of like let things roll off my back and I was a lot more calm in situations, I noticed that it would make the situation like 10 times more manageable, and it would cause them to not want to have as bad of a meltdown because you're not really feeding into it. You're just kind of like letting them do their thing, and you kind of have to ignore it and, I don't know, be patient with it. And once I started seeing her not react as much and she doesn't have as many meltdowns when I'm more patient and just kind of like calm in situations like that, I was like, okay, I just need to be more patient and more calm and like cool and collected in those types of situations, and it won't happen as much. And it doesn't. You just have to be like cool, calm, and collected, and just act like it doesn't bother you, and just have like a soft voice. And I don't know, it just happened when she was going into toddlerhood, and it just kind of like stuck. And I thought to myself, like, if this is what works, then it's going to work for us. And so it's worked ever since. I just try to keep my cool, and I feel like that's just who I am as a mom. I don't know. I'm just like very calm when it comes to motherhood, I guess I would say. Things don't really stress me out in motherhood. I'm not like super anal about things, and I'm not like on Google researching things all the time. I'm just like, I think I'm just really confident in my ability as a mother, and that's just what works for me. I don't know. I'm sorry I don't have like a definite answer. I guess like over the first year of Bailey's life, I just kind of like grew and adapted to this way, and it's what works for me. Another person wants to know tips for keeping your relationship with your husband close while you spend so much energy on your children. That's a good question, because I feel like I could really work on that. I'm very supportive, and vice versa with him. We're very supportive with each other with our passions and our interests and our hobbies. I fully support him and his gym habits and everything else that he does, his job, the military life, and all of that. And he's very supportive with whatever I do and how much time and stuff that I focus on the children and on my channel. But as far as keeping our relationship close, I don't know. I wouldn't say like we're not close, but I feel like we could definitely benefit more in that area. But I feel like YouTube, I've said this before, really has brought us a lot closer. Like we are probably at the best point in our marriage right now because of YouTube. And That may seem crazy to say, but it's not like we were like very distant before YouTube, but we both have similar interests now when it comes to my channel, whereas before we were like completely different people, which is a good thing and a bad thing, but I feel like for us it was a good thing. But now that we have something that we're both interested in, it's just really brought us a lot closer, and now we have like a similar interest that we both can talk about. And yeah, I feel like YouTube has been such a blessing for our relationship. Another person asked, does Adam resist all the pink decor ever? Honestly, no. He could care less. Like, that guy has absolutely no care in the world what our house looks like. I could have like bright red and lime green wallpaper, and he would be like, he probably wouldn't even notice, honestly. If I put it up and he came home, he probably would never even notice unless I said something. Like, he just does not care at all. Like, he would live in a cardboard box if he could. So he has no care in the world when it comes to all the pink decor. Okay, the next question, what do you love about the girls being so close in age? I don't feel like they're that close in age. They're exactly 2.5 years apart. So they're going to be able to grow up together and go to school together and be in high school together, which I really love. And it was far enough apart to the point where when Shea was born, Bailey was able to help me with like getting her diaper and her binky if she needed it. She could also like feed her the bottle that early on too, with my help of course. But she was old enough at that point when Shea was first born to help me around the house and stuff with her, and I was very cognizant about having her help me and including her with a lot of the things that I did with Shea so that she felt like she was contributing and she was a part of everything, and that seemed to help a ton. So I feel like 2.5 years, I feel like any younger than that, she would have not really had an interest in helping me as much, and she kind of would have probably resented me a little bit more. I don't know, but that's just my thought process on it. And any older, she probably would have like loved it as well, but that 2.5 age gap, they're going to be able to grow up together and go to school together. And she was also old enough at that point, 2.5 years old, to help me with everything when she was first born. So I love their age gap. The next person asked, what is Shea's middle name? Is there a meaning behind her name? I think it's beautiful. Thank you. And actually, her middle name does have a meaning. It's my best friend's middle name, Hillary Alex. It's her middle name, and we named Shea after her. Okay, I'm going to answer one more question and then end the video here. I feel like I've been talking forever. But I did an Instagram live for the first time like 2 weekends ago when I went to go stay with Hillary. She forced me to do it because I'm actually really shy in person. I'm really shy, but I'm also really outgoing. I'm like somewhere in the middle, but she forced me to do it. And it was actually a lot of fun connecting with you guys like live. And you guys sent your questions in on my Instagram live, and I answered a lot of questions over there. So I promised myself that I would do that more often. So I'll have to do that again soon. But the last question I'm going to answer is, how did Adam propose? So Adam and I decided that we wanted to go down to Laguna Beach to have a bonfire this night. And we stopped by the grocery store on the way to get a bunch of firewood and wine and food and stuff to have like a night down by the beach. And so we drove down there and got everything all set up, and Adam got like the fire started and everything. And I think I was trying to open a bottle of wine, and my back was faced away from him, and he was writing in the sand while I was trying to open the bottle. And he wrote, "Will you marry me?" And then I turned back around to like fill up our cups, and he was down on one knee, and I remember him like shaking. And he like said a really cute speech about like everything he loves about me, and I don't remember exactly, but he was talking for a while and then said, "Will you marry me?" And he had a ring, and it was really special. And we spent, I think, like the whole night down there until like the sun came up. But it was a really special night, and it's a night that I will never forget. And I really want to take the girls down there to the beach where he proposed. I think that would be really fun. But that is it for today's video. Thank you guys for sending me all of your questions. I'll try and do an Instagram live or a U live or something very soon so you guys can ask me more of your questions if I didn't answer them. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to give it a thumbs up if you did. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.